Hi, okay, so this is part 2 of my presentation. So during this slide, I'm going to be talking about the Mexican-American War and, like, events that led up to it, and just, like, how that all tied together with the citizenship issues, because when I was reading it, it just helped clear up things and helped it all make more sense and, like, help me understand how it all tied together, basically. So, at the time, Texas was recognized as an independent nation, but they had the option to annex with the United States or just remain an independent nation. So the Anglo-Americans thought that they were destined to rule it because of their Protestant culture and the Republican government, but Mexico was based off of Catholicism and feudalism, which the U.S. opposed and were like, nah. And so in 1845, Texas did agree to be annexed with the United States, and so the U.S. sent in a troop to protect the Texas border, and this sparked military reaction, which led to the declaration of war on May 13th, 1846. A later statement was made by Ulysses S. Grant stating how this war was unjust because it was a very strong nation going against a weak nation, and this was disappointing, especially since this kind of follows in the footsteps of European monarchies, which is not the goal and not what we're working towards at the time. So war ended May 30th, 1848, and this is when the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was ratified. This treaty was the purpose of it was to get these people that were remaining in these territories citizenship, or they had the option to go back to Mexico, basically. So the treaty was supposed to give them citizenship, but there were stipulations that kind of kept on postponing it and holding it back and just making it difficult for it to even happen. And one of these stipulations was Article 9 of the treaty stated that citizenship would be given basically at United States' terms, so whenever they felt like they were ready to get citizenship and at the proper time or whatnot, they would do that. And so basically US senators were saying that they weren't ready for equal union, and so it was postponed and postponed and postponed. So again, this just seems really unfair because these people have been living here and really just had no control over their lives, being completely turned over and changed, and probably had no expectation of this to ever happen, and so there's just no control over it for them, I guess, and that makes it difficult because it's this has been their home, this has been their land, but they just don't have the rights anymore because of the United States. And so basically the problem of citizenship just continued and was pushed off and remained unresolved, and all of these racial injustices that were occurring in the midst of it were still continued. And yeah, so that sums it up. Thanks for watching.